Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. Spider-Man and X-Men Arcade's Revenge, the Game Boy's answer to Avengers Doomsday. The humble crossover. They're commonplace now, but in the 90s they were a heck of a lot rarer, so when two franchises came together it was a huge deal. When Full House met Family Matters, or Aliens and Predator got into their war, or Charles Barkley punched out Godzilla, it made everyone sit up and pay attention. So when two of Marvel's biggest names, Spider-Man and the X-Men, teamed up for a game on the Super Nintendo, it was amazing. At least I'm assuming it was, cause this is the first time I've heard of this game, which is extra weird because I was a die-hard X-Men fanboy in the 90s. So the X-Men and Spider-Man teamed up to take on Arcade, which is already a bit odd since Arcade is a C-level villain at best, mainly serving as the guy who makes the murder mazes for the actual villains. The original SNES game released by Software Creations got mixed, slightly negative reviews for being colorful and fun, but having way too high difficulty. But the Game Boy version was a port released 2 years after the SNES game, developed by Unexpected Development, a company who we've seen several times before, most notably with games like SeaQuest DSV and RoboCop vs. Terminator, which ran a spectrum from decent but boring to actually pretty good. Plus, there's no way that this could be any worse than the last Spider-Man game we played a few weeks ago, or, come to think of it, the other Spider-Man Game Boy game. The box art is bright and colorful, just like a crossover what these characters should be. And hey, they're all our favorites. Spider-Man, Storm, Cyclops, and oh god, Wolverine, calm down, please. It's just Arcade, you don't need to bring your A game. This guy can be beaten by a light breeze. So it's time to get super. Let's cross over into Spider-Man and X-Men Arcade's Revenge. Oh right, LJN had something to do with this. Whoa! Oh god, this is going by so quickly, what the heck? Okay. Wow, that's the quickest ident screens I've ever seen. Spider-Man and the X-Men in Arcade's Revenge, featuring Cyclops without his hair showing, which always messes with my head. Spider-Man has tracked the missing X-Men to the hideout of his old nemesis Arcade. In order to break them out, first he must break in. Get ready, Spider-Man. Okay. Oh, this game is running us right into this. What? B to shoot web. A to jump. Oh. Can I swing properly? What's that down there? Oh, is that my Spidey sense? It's telling me to go... Hang on. Aha. I picked up a thing. Now I get that one. Now I have to get that one. Okay. Interesting. So you do have to sort of track down some of this stuff. This wall climbing? Ooh, really awkward because you keep bumping your head on stuff. Oh, very awkward. I just noticed his walk cycle. Profoundly silly. You don't appear to be able to pull yourself up on ledges, which is very strange. Oh, but you can swing. That was cool. The game looks alright. The music is problematic. I want to play far enough where we can play as one of the X-Men. Swing. The movement in this game is not very satisfying. You bounce your head off of stuff when you jump up, and you don't appear to be able to do anything about it. Why does my Spidey sense only activate sometimes? How do I leave? If I go this way, it won't let me do it. It won't let me climb up here. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. Okay, it is a very specific jump. Losing my interest in this game at a rapid pace. Yeah, I already was this way. Man, Spider-Man just cannot catch a break on the Game Boy, huh? Oh, darn it! You can't get up here. Oh, this is tedious as all hell. Spider-Man's movement speed just being like a trot is really dragging this down. And, oh man, you have to get right in the right place. How did I do it last time? There we go. I'm gonna be honest, unless the X-Men part is like completely mind-blowing, this one is not getting a very good review. Oh god, Spider-Man just on the Game Boy just had so many troubles. Could not get his act together. Oh man, the fact that there are barely any enemies too just makes it so much more boring. See, this is the problem when you start your game off with a level like this. We've seen it happen plenty before. If the first level of your game can't hook the player, it could ruin it. At this point, I don't know if even a good X-Men section could save this game. Also, I really hope this is all you have to do. Because if we get to the end of this stage, it's like, now, collect the other pieces. I'm just gonna lose it. Okay, please let this be it. Yes! Oh, thank goodness. Well done. Once inside, Spider-Man quickly discovered the shackled X-Men. He begins to release them. He hears the voice of Arcade over the loudspeaker. Welcome, Spider-Man! Our present dinner. There's plenty of fun. Let the games begin. Oh! Here we go. We gotta be my boy Gambit. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, you can grab the cards. Ow. I took a hit and got all my cards back. This is... better? Question mark? Slightly, but not by much. Let's try the other X-Men really quick. Storm, what can you do? Oh! Okay, is each character's level different? Storm's gimmick is that she's underwater and thus moving at a snail's pace? Oh, man. Wait, I'm out of oxygen. Okay, I'm going back down. This is like Echo the Dolphin, except it sucks. Alright, Storm drowned. Cyclops. Yeah, you know what? None of these characters are saving this game. Okay, he's dead. And finally, let's see what Wolverine's level is like. This seems beneath Wolverine. The game does look okay. Graphically, it's not bad. But man, this gameplay is doing nothing. It's just awkward and janky and, most importantly, really boring. Well, ran into a wall. Oh, what? Oh. You have to gently claw away at it. You know, clawing away at that door was the most interesting part of this game. Spidey, you should really just stay away from the Game Boy. That is 3 Spider-Man Game Boy games we've played, and 3 that have all ended up being really bad. And while this one didn't quite hit the depths of Spider-Man 2, the fact that it kinda came close is a big problem. This was a classic example of a game starting off on the wrong foot with a slow and boring level. With so few enemies, awkward platforming, and walking back and forth to slowly touch a bunch of buttons, I got bored really quickly. With Spider-Man, you expect a certain amount of speed, and more importantly, you expect smooth movement. After all, his best games were the ones that focused on traversal and web swinging. And with the terrible movement and lack of actual swinging, it was a struggle to get to the end of the first stage. And here's the thing, that was bad enough, but it's not like the X-Men levels were that much better. Cyclops and Gambit were both generic platformers with projectiles, Wolverine's was a generic platformer with melee, the only one that did something different was Storm's swimming, but it had such terrible slowdown that it was the worst of them all. I do like the idea of having separate levels for each of the characters that showcase their powers, but these played terribly. Apparently once you beat each stage you get one more boss fight as Spider-Man, and that's the end of the game. So it's awful, but at least it's short? I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Yet again, we find a way to be disappointed by the web swinger. Not even the X-Men can save Peter Parker from another bad game on the Game Boy, with almost no redeeming qualities. But on the plus side, we're finally done with Spider-Man games on the Game Boy, right? Ah crap, there's one more, isn't there? And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe to follow the series as we continue to dig through the Game Boy vault. I'm BrianJ, and I'll see you next time.